Okay, folks, we're back. I lost any of you. Just going live on Instagram here. What a shame. I had about 20 of you online in 30 seconds. And I lost all y'all because I unplugged the audio and then it just cropped out. It was bizarre. It was so bizarre. All right, so I'm just going to Instagram Live here. I think I'm changing my name to, my name is officially Joshua, but I usually go by Josh, but I think I'm going to change it to Joshua. So, it's a little bright. Okay. We're live on Instagram. We're live on YouTube. All right. So. Sorry, guys. That was probably really loud. Ah! Okay. Sorry. You guys probably hate me right now. Okay. It's a standing desk and it got caught on something. All right, Instagram. Good. Check. YouTube. Check. Why am I so wise? Well, time-traveling space alien, if you drink 31 ayahuasca ceremonies and completely shred your psyche and your brain and your mind and your spirit until you have no hope left in humanity or yourself, you too can become as wise as me. All right. What's up, Instagrammers? I'm going to get some water and then we're going to dive in. I love how wide this lens is. Oh, it focuses on this. That's what's going on. It focuses on the actual microphone. So if I step back, got it. Okay. I'm gonna have a little keto mint for energy. This is oh, and you know what? This here. Who wants to look at a garbage can in the background? You know what I'm saying? Who wants to look at a garbage can? I'm gonna have a little keto mint, keto prime, just a little energy boost. I feel great today. Thanks for bearing with me with my live the other day. I was in a bit of a lower mood, but I was fine. It was just not my normal chipper self. Not a problem or anything. Okay. Just reading the questions. Bear with me here. I haven't seen a question that excites me yet. What is reality? That question is we're getting warmer now. Now my gears are grinding. You know what really grinds my gears? All right, so now I'm going. How to keep motivated every day. Okay, I like that question too. I like that one. Okay, boom. That's the one, Arvind. Arvind Lang. You got my gears going. So the truth is that a overwhelming, one second, just testing something. Okay. The truth is that right now, and I was just about to write a blog post about this, there are certain things that are happening on the collective spectrum that are widespread and normal and reasonable. And it's like a rainstorm that's happening. And there's an art of fighting it, allowing the storm to happen, managing it, and surrendering to it. And what I mean by it is that there are certain things that have been happening for me in the past 7 months that I thought were unique to me. Things like less motivation, things like total confusion, like literally changing my mind 5 times a day, 10 times a week. Like, I want to be with this person. I don't want to be with this person. I want to go to this country. I don't want to go to this country. I want to move out of California. I don't want to move out of California. I want to release this product. I don't want to release this product. I want to do the course. I don't want to, back and forth and back and forth. I've never experienced this level of wishy-washy oscillation in my life. Okay. I've never experienced this degree of just, sorry. Okay. I never experienced this degree of confusion, of lack of motivation as well. You know, feeling like every time I have something that I feel like is important, you know, a couple hours go by and I'm like, forget about it. What's the point? What's the use, right? And a lot of people are sleeping with people they shouldn't be sleeping with, or going back with their exes, or gambling, or drinking, or taking drugs, or smoking weed, and basically just doing things on a regular basis that are not good for their psyche, their soul, their spirit, their health. And they know it's not good and they do it anyway. And for me, that has been, you know, most intense now than ever before, right? And I have some theories on why that's happening, right? But the truth is that it's happening systemically, and you don't have to feel bad or guilty or feel like you're doing something wrong if you're experiencing that, right? Again, I've had 4 years of total clarity on this mission, and I think about a project, complete the project, launch the project. Recently, it's think about the project. No, that's stupid. No, it's not going to work. It's not the right time. Start working on it. Oh, this feels good for a month. It's probably not. And I'm just like, it's not the, and I'm just in this confusion, this limbo of back and forth. And, you know, even vaped weed a couple times during this COVID. I mean, I don't like weed at all, but I was just like, just give me something, to cope with all of this, right? But the truth is that all of those things, when you put vision on it, it's all just a temporary escape to the true inner depth of the wound, right? So you can run away from it for as long as you want. You can smoke the weed, you can gamble, you can, exercise yourself into oblivion. You can do whatever you need to do to get out of that sort of feeling, that void that we all have as a human collective, of basically when everything slows down, when everything stops, we're left with this place of like, oh shit, like just this longing for love, this longing for peace, this longing for ourselves, this longing for our partners, this longing for God, right? It exists in different, it's on a spectrum, and different people experience it in a different way. But the ultimate booby prize is to be oblivious to it. To be oblivious to it and to grab onto drugs or alcohol or even the cell phone or Instagram to mask that wound, to mask, thank you, brother. Josh Trent in the house, Wellness Force. Everybody go follow him, Wellness Force Radio. But basically to the ultimate booby prize would be to feel that wound for a moment and then flee it, right? That's what we do as a collective. We have this wound inside, in our heart, in our belly, and this wound feels like different things to different people, and we flee it because it's so painful to be in. But here's the truth. When you die, you're going to have to be with it in full totality, right? I mean, there's some teachings that teach about, in the Christian, they teach about how no matter who you are, what you are, as long as you haven't sinned, you can follow the light, right? That's not how I believe death works after drinking the vine of death 31 times, ayahuasca, after being near death for 4 years. That's not how I've surfed death, and I feel like I've seen it and touched it, and you don't have to take my words as gospel. You can spit it out. But basically what I've experienced is that at death, we will have to be with that very wound. And when we try and flee at death, we're going to create a lot of suffering for ourselves, a lot of unrest. And in that unrest and in that chaos and in that fleeing from ourselves, we'll actually go somewhere. Our trajectory at death will not be as beautiful and clean and clear as it could be had we done the work in this lifetime to be with that wound. Being with that wound is like sitting in a fire, being gently burned, like having a lighter on your butt, someone with like a hot lighter on your butt, and it's just like, oh my God, that's fucking hot. Oh my God, that's fucking burning me. Okay, stay here, stay here, stay here, stay here. Ooh. And then you kind of get to somewhat relax in the fire and intensity of that wound, right? Versus, oh my God, what is it? Pop right out. Drink alcohol. Let me take a pill. Right? Ooh, there were some dust particles that just went in my mouth. Let me have a drink. Let me have a toke. It's too much. It's too much to be in that, right? And so the real life's work is to basically be okay in the fire and magnitude of that wound, of that very, very, very intense place, right? And COVID for me has been 7 months of come back, right? All these things that I want to do to escape it, come back. So in essence, even though I've had some really somber days, I've had some really freaking hard days. I've had some of my hardest days in a while, just feeling like I watch my spirit go down in isolation. This spirit goes down, right? My spirit, literally, I'm just like, what's the point? Oh, and then I need to do something punctually to take myself out of it, right? And again, that's with taking hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of supplements and a Beamer and ozone. I have all the technology in the world, and if I'm still experiencing that, then no doubt you guys are, right? So what I'm talking about here is that how do you keep motivation was the question which got my gears going. Well, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm not motivated. Sometimes I'm so unmotivated. But what I've learned over these months of COVID is that the worst thing you can do is obsessively be on the internet. Like, we need to create a container for the internet. If you want to stay sane during this awakening, during this split in humanity, where half of the people are going to go into this cyber dimension where they plug totally into the technological world, their life is going to be chipped, vaccinated, Google glasses, Tesla Cyberlink, where everything is just in a cyber connection. In the Claire Vision School, they call that the astral world, where it's more, well, it's not the astral world, but it's more astral, which means it's very mind hyperspeed. It's a much different pace of life. And it's actually depleting to dopamine. It actually prevents depth of etheric. It prevents depth of being one with your emotional body. It takes you into it's almost like a drug, basically. But my point is that there's going to be a split where half the people, or whatever percentage of people, go towards this world where their life is plugged into the internet. Like, your life is going to be your emails, your Facebook, your Instagram. That's how you get your joy. That's how you'll get your gratification. That's how you'll get your feeling of sense of worth, all through that world. Okay. And then the other portion of humanity is going to remember the animal self, remember this, remember that they're not this, that they're this, that they're all this other world underneath, and that they'll have to put this world into a container. The digital world has to go into a container. As soon as you confuse this with your life, like if you guys were to leave comments that were like, hey, Josh, you're ugly, you're fat, you're stupid, and I were to, oh my God, my tribe thinks I'm fat, thinks I'm stupid. I'm confusing, wait a minute, my tangible reality, my house, the trees, the immediate etheric reality with the digital this digital life, right? And as soon as I do that, I'm in a fucking whirlwind, because this digital life is at hyper speed, every which direction, you're going to get hit from every angle on the internet, right? It's impossible to keep a stable mood if you're plugged into the internet, because it's just way too volatile, right? So what I'm saying here, if you're still with me, is that the number one lesson I've learned during COVID is that the internet must go into a container where, okay, I'm on the internet, I'm on YouTube Live. When I'm off of this, I'm in my life. I'm drinking water. I'm stretching. This is my world. Separation. Internet, my life, my heart, my well-being. Oh, is any of that actually happening? All of those thoughts that come in hyperspeed of like, they think I'm this, they think I'm that. What about this? What about, wait a minute. Okay. It's all an illusion. All of those thoughts, all of that, the hyperspeed energy that's running through me is all a fucking illusion. If I just take a moment and separate from it and say, you go over here, you're going to go in the closet for now, because this is what my life is in this moment. So if we lose that, we're going to lose our fucking minds. If we lose that context and that container, we're going to lose our minds in the next couple of years. Why? Because it's only going to get worse. You have to create a training regimen. If you want to stay sane, if you want to be someone that other people lean on, you have to recognize, you have to put this thing in a container, this digital world in a container. Okay? And so what I learned fractures the container faster than anything else is the obsessive checking of things. So, every 15 minutes going Instagram, Google, Facebook, Instagram, Gmail, Facebook. My pattern is coin market. Thanks, Steph. Coin market cap, Gmail, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, in some variation of that. And then I'll leave the computer for 10 minutes and da 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 da. Oh, it's like pulling me in. It's sucking me in. What if I got a notification? What if something big happened? What if a new client signed up? What if that person got back to me? What if a hot woman emailed me? What if a hot woman Facebooked me? Right? Pulled right in. Gmail, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, CoinMarketCap. What's the Bitcoin price? Depleting. I leave for a moment. I need that hit. Depleting. Right? So if you can, thank you, Marianne. I'll see you in a couple weeks. If you can create a practice around just creating some distance from that thing, you'll be able to go deep into yourself. You'll be able to be with your wound. You won't get so depleted, okay, on a biochemical level. And you'll be able to manage this insane awakening that is happening. And here's what's happening, guys. We are moving more and more and more into the digital era. And if we put the past couple hundred years, we've consistently gone from the etheric to the, guys, I'm trying to use clear vision terms, but you haven't studied that school. So let me put it in different words. Imagine your animal and emotional body, okay, and your world, like let's go back into the days of Columbus. Their life, their compass was literally the stars, the sun, the moon. They surfed the ocean with the compass of life. They were totally connected to the immediacy of life, the immediacy of the world, right? Like they got around and they knew what was happening in life based on the stars, based on the sky, based on the color of the sky, right? Imagine the peace you have inside as a human creature of the earth to basically be saying, hey, Johnny, what's going on tomorrow? Oh, let me take a look. Okay, we got this, we got that. Looks like it's going to rain tomorrow. Versus, hey, Johnny, what's going on tomorrow? Well, it looks like Trump's getting elected, and it looks like, and Bitcoin is this price, and all of which tethers to your well-being, to your safety. It's plugged into your dimensions of safety and well-being, and all of the things, right? Your money and your tribe, your society, all of which is now on a digital thing, right? So what I'm saying is that if we take the spectrum of the last few hundred years and we go towards, if we take it back to when they were surfing the oceans with total immediacy of the environment as their compass, versus now, and as we move into the future, more and more digital is the compass. Your compass becomes the digital world. Now, if you want to be that, fine, go for it. If you want to if it works for you, fine. If you're able to have peace in your heart being completely plugged into the digital world, by all means, do it. I suspect that most of you have the depth inside as followers of my channel to basically feel empty there, right? So if you want to survive and stay grounded during this awakening, during this movement towards the digital cyber, human era, you must separate the digital world from your animal etheric world, right? And that's a practice and a teaching and a slow, gradual path, right? So I think that's my rant for now. Sorry to you guys who can't come late. You missed a good one, I think. Spoke on reincarnation. I need a moment. Just You spoke on reincarnation, experience, spiritual blocks, attachments, things we haven't been taught. We've been taught lies, a matrix. Do you still believe in Jesus' story, yet everything else was a lie? I guess there's some good parts to talk about in that question, but the overall question, you got to present it to me in a better way, brother man. It doesn't get my gears going. It's not like I'm telling you this from my ego and saying, like, you should ask a better question. It just doesn't hit me in the way where it gets me activated. Okay, boom, we got one that activates me. What are the many causes of excessive shyness, and how can one become more extroverted? It's like I read a question and it goes, bing! I can plug into something, right? All right, I got 12 more minutes. What's up, Instagrammers? Sorry, I haven't been giving you a lot of love. I tend to put the YouTubers first. Sorry, guys. That's where I make my most living. But I will promise to give you more love, Instagrammers. Do you believe Jesus existed? Do you praise him? Well, I have this on my desk. Does that answer your question? Yeshua. Yeshua. Okay. All right. So, what are the many causes of excessive shyness, and how can one become more extroverted? So, when we chip away all of the bullshit, okay? When we slice away the fake, when we cut away all that which is not us, and we're left with the nothingness underneath, we recognize that everybody is acting. Okay, as one of my teachers, Sophie McLean, says, we're all actors, and the only authentic people on the planet are actual actors because they're acting and they're admitting to it. They go into a role as, let's say, Gollum from Lord of the Rings. I don't know why I chose him. Let's say Frodo from Lord of the Rings. I chose Gollum because I was just doing the impression for some friends yesterday. Come, hobbits, this way. He wants it. He needs it. Gollum. We must bring the ring back to Mordor. I think I do it better when I go like this. He wants it. He needs it. My precious. Got him. Creepy, right? Oh no, I got a phone call. Get out of here. All right. So, that's what Shakespeare said. I think you're right. I think Sophie got it from Shakespeare. So, we're all actors, right? But the only authentic ones are the actual actors who are admitting to being actors, right? And so when we're left with the nothingness underneath, everything kind of feels like an act, right? So what I mean by that is the fact that you're shy is an act. The fact that you now granted, there is such a true thing as introverted and extroverted, right? That would be more on the line of like a predisposition or genetics or some sort of branding that you got astrologically, mentally, biochemically, energetically, epigenetically, that you got some sort of brand label that you have, okay, you're more geared towards the introvert versus more geared towards the extrovert, right? And I suppose you can shift it and change it but there are these natural sort of what you are, right? And you want to listen to that and honor that, right? You either get energy from being by yourself, or you get energy from being around others. I'm definitely an extrovert, and this COVID has been fucking way more hard for extroverts than it is for introverts, without a doubt. All the people who I see suffer the most are all extroverts, right? So putting that predisposition aside, right? Putting that predisposition aside and just working on what the tangible software that you can change, right? Because you have your hardware that you got, and then you got your software that you can change and upgrade. There's a nothingness that where in that moment you must choose an act, right? You got to choose an act. And chances are you've chosen this shy character, right? You've chosen the shy character because somehow, somewhere you believe that it's who you are and you identify with it, and you go around and, you know, you're feeble and you walk with bad posture. And I'm not talking to you, whoever asked me the question, time traveling space alien. I'm more just generalizing at this point. It's not about you anymore. But, you know, you go around and, you know, you act overly humble and, oh, thank you. Oh, okay, yeah. And you're really nice, right? Everything is just about being liked, being loved. If you're nice, everyone will love you. So everything you do just comes from a place of wanting to be loved, of fear of losing love, right? If you're doing everything from a fear of losing love, you're in prison, you're trapped, you're not free, you're not authentic, you're totally inauthentic, okay? So you go around and everything is shy and feeble. Yes, okay, yes, okay. And it's all an act. And you can even watch yourself do it. What am I doing? Why am I so shy, right? Similarly, the people who go around, you know, walk around. Hey, John, how's it going? Oh, yeah, how's everything? Oh, did you catch the Yankees game last night, right? Oh, what about, did you see a bit? You know, and it's, lost my ball there. And it's all, you know, this big, gregarious character, right? Of, oh, yeah, how you doing? Yeah, Johnny, what's up? Caught you last, you know. And that's also an act, right? That's also an act. Right? Now I'd prefer to be the gregarious character. They're probably going to have more money, have more health, have more friends. But deep down, it's still just as inauthentic as the other one. So what we do is to shift being shy, we take on a new actor, a new role. You act a new role. Okay, I'm going to, and this is how I literally shifted it. I'm telling you what happened in my own life. Well, I used to be very shy. And so okay, geez, this is a big story, and I'm a little pressed for time. Okay, so when I was in college, I spent the first 2 years of okay. Yeah, thank you, Marianne. Geez, guys, I'm about to go into like a whole other rant. I need to know that you guys are enjoying this before I go into this. I need gratification. I need validation. I need to know that you love me. If you want me to keep going, I need some. I can't see your faces. I can't see your energy. I have no idea where anyone's at right now. So give me more of that. Hearts, smiley faces, fires. I need it to keep going. All right. Keep going. Keep bringing it to me. Tell me more. Tell me how good I am. Yes. All right. Okay, I got about 20 of you giving me some love right now. All right. Whew. Keep going, Josh. They like you. They like what you're doing. Keep going. Now you know how nuts I am, right? Okay. So, when I was in Woo, so much joy coming in right now. See, I need you guys to send it to me. All right. And then new people come in. Hi, man. What do you think about carrot juice? Hey, what do you think about alpha lipoic acid? Really, dude? Come on, man. We're in some deep shit right now. Oh, I'm sweating from so much joy right now. Are you a porn star? Right, we got new people coming in. Are you a porn star? How big is your penis? Unbelievable. All right. Back on track. Okay, so so when I was in high school, my first 2 years of high school, I was totally freaking shy. And my junior year of high school, I intuitively, okay, can't look at the comments. When I was in high school, my first 2 years, I didn't get any ladies. Okay, never kissed a woman. I was so attracted, so bubbling inside with this want, this desire, overwhelmed with desire, right? And thank you. And I got nothing. My junior year, I was like fucking done with this bullshit. And I read the game. And I suddenly just changed my character. I was like, I'm just going to start talking to people. I'm going to start being more outgoing. I'm going to start going after what I want. And I read the game, and I'm going to start negging women. You know, negging is like talking down to them. Obviously, I'm not a proponent of that, but I was young. And junior year, I got a beautiful girlfriend. Senior year, a new beautiful girlfriend. They ended up being some of the two most beautiful women in the whole high school. Okay. And I get to college, my freshman and sophomore year, again, bone dry. Okay. Not getting any action, not getting any love. I had huge crushes that would literally debilitate me, keep me awake at night. Crushes that made me feel like I was going to suffocate and vomit at the same time. Such obsession, such deep wantings for these other women, who some of them I hardly knew, right? And then I read this book called Conquer Your Campus, and it was just basically teaching what I'm teaching right now on a way less spiritual level. It was more of how to be alpha, right? How do you be alpha? But essentially what they were teaching was, how do you step into an alpha role as an actor? How do you act alpha, right? And what does an alpha man say? What does an alpha man do? How does an alpha man dress, right? And it's this big sort of role that you take on, right? And I successfully took it on, and I ended up meeting beautiful women and sleeping with beautiful women. And I shifted this shy character that I landed back into in college, that I was just very like, or very nervous every time I would talk to someone. We just, yeah, hi, okay, see you later, right? And I shifted out of it by basically putting on this actor. And every time I was in the actor, I wasn't authentic. It didn't feel like it came from a really deep place, but it yielded results. So I loved it. I loved it more than the shy character, but still deep down, I was like, something's missing here. Life can't be where I just put on this fakeness and then somehow get results. Like, I don't even want to live in this life if that's what works, right? So this was all coming back to something, which I have to reread the question in order to get that. Shyness. So basically, we all have the power and the ability to step into a new role. And the way that you can do it authentically, first you have to act it. You have to overdo it. You have to go into the gregarious character. Go walk on the streets and be charming and gregarious and walk and say hi to people and, hey, Tommy, how's the weather? Oh, Johnny, the homeless man on the street. Hey, I gave you $1 yesterday. Did you get a beer with it? Like in the movies, right? You're walking, and each second is a new scene, right? Where a new person. You're in the office, and everyone's walking your way. Tommy, you got John on line 3. Tell him I'll call him back in 20 minutes. You got dinner with Lucy. Tell her I'm busy. And you're just walking down, being in that sort of gregarious character, right? Of saying hi to everybody, right? Hey, and and you just do it, and you see how it feels. Eventually, you'll land on your inner depth, your inner deepest space, and you'll know when to put the actor character on, right? I'm not going to go into a social gathering of 100 people. Let's say, so I'll give you my ideal social gathering, right? Let's say I have 100 very successful, highly conscious, wealthy, spiritually attuned, older people. Those are all like my ideal clients, right? I'm not going to go into a zone like that and be, deep into my space of nothingness, which I get into these spaces. I pretty much often live in these spaces where if I were to be totally authentic with you in this moment and wasn't in a teacher type character or wasn't doing a YouTube live, granted, this is authentic joy, but my space is more like, I don't even want to talk. That would be like the depth underneath, right? I just want to look at you. I just want to see, I want to feel your energy, right? If I'm going to do that in that scene and go and just everyone's speaking to me, and I'm just saying, yeah, with the occasional smile or the occasional comment. Sure, maybe that would be, good, but I'm not going to, there's not going to be a spark. There's not going to be connection. There's not going to be energy buzzing, right? They're not going to know, there's something it's called for to be in a more, in a social dynamic, a social role is called upon. And it doesn't mean that you're inauthentic by going into a social role, right? You just have different roles that you take on. You go into a more social character, you go more into introverted part of yourself, and it's dynamic, right? And you flow. But the point of me saying all of this is that you don't have to feel inauthentic when you go into a role, as long as you know you're going into the role. And as long as you know that it's coming from a place of not wanting to be loved and not wanting to be liked. It's coming from a place of wanting to connect, of wanting joy, of wanting to uplift humanity, right? Of wanting to have the human experience of connection, right? Of words, of language, of all that, right? So this is a long-winded rant here, but basically what I'm saying is it's okay to go into an act. Just be really present with the act. The only authentic thing is probably pure joy, pure love, or, pure nothingness, which all are just like, spaces of just beingness, right? But again, sometimes it calls for something else. All right, so I'm losing it a little bit. I think you guys get the point, though, right? You do want to utilize acts to basically create results. We all want results in life, right? We all want results. Like, if I were to go into a zone like that, my ideal results are that I get clients who pay me $20K for 4 months, who value my work, who see me, who see how deep I am. I want to create joy. I want to get to know people. I want to maybe meet a woman, right? There's results that we want. There's tangible results that we're looking for in life, right? So you can use an act to achieve results without manipulating. That's what I'm trying to say. Acting doesn't equal manipulation. It can if you're not conscious of it. And when you're not conscious of it, you know those types of people. Everything is a pull. Everything is trying to hook you in, pull you in. Do you like me? Everything they say is coming from a space of, do you like me? Do you like me? Do you like me? Do you like me? What about now? What about now? What about now? Right? You don't even want to be around those people. That's manipulation, right? Acting in and of itself is pure and real and authentic and the human experience, provided you have awareness, you know where you're coming from, and you are trying to achieve a certain result, right? So there's more there, but it's almost like I need some sort of conversation to really get every little crevice of that excavated in a perfect thing. Anyway, let me sit with myself for a moment, and then I got to wrap it up, because I know there's more there. It wasn't perfectly tied up in a bow. And more so than achieving a result of an external result of like making money or this or that, it's actually accomplishing your soul's intention. And your soul intention, like let's say mine is to give people an experience that anything is possible, right? Whatever actor I need to put on to give people an experience that anything is possible is a success, right? Whatever your soul intention is, you can go into a character, you can go into an actor in order to manifest that soul intention. You can also be in nothingness. You can also just be. You can also just stare at people. You can also just hold space. It's dynamic. There's no right or wrong thing. It's about awareness of what you're doing and where it's coming from. And does it have integrity, right? Not morality, right versus wrong, but integrity versus, which is basically, is it whole? Is it whole and complete, right? So, yeah, there are moments in time when I'm in a gregarious joy talking to people, and I can sit with myself and say, well, this is a bit inauthentic. You're not quite as happy as that. You're not quite as joyful as your outward experience is portraying. But yeah, it is fucking real. It is. And you just let yourself do it. You let yourself get pulled into that joy, into that buzz, right? Woof, even that statement opens up a whole can of worms. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. It wasn't perfect. There's some things I said there that I'm sure aren't perfect, and we could dissect and unpack. And all in all, I hope it was helpful and uplifting to you. All right, so give me some love and one more time before I leave. Some hearts and fires and thumbs ups, and tell me how good I am and how much you love me, and then I'll leave. Nothing? Nobody loves me? All right. Oh, nice. Now it's all coming in. There must be a delay from when I ask it versus when you see it. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Martin, Trella, Ketchup, Marianne, Zedidized, Sean, Sybil, Julian, Marilyn, Kenny, Steph, who went to my high school, by the way, had to get out of the shower because you must know. Lindsay had to get out of the shower because that's what I needed. That's what I needed. She got out of the shower to give me some loving. All right? That's all I needed. Need to know that you love me. All right, guys, we're going to leave it at that. A little Qigong practice of sealing the energy. Like pulling the strings on a jacket. Okay. Aho. Ciao. Iraku. Until next time, my friends. Oh, I didn't end my stream yet. I'm still here, I guess.